What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Panda here, and today I bring you another video for Knighthood. Now, I've had a lot of people make a couple comments about some of the quality pieces of my videos, and so I made a couple changes. I want you guys to hit me up with a comment down below if you like the changes. As you can see, hopefully the camera is a little bit smaller, it's a little more square, and the lighting is hopefully a little bit better. Let me know what you guys think, if you want me to go back to what it was before, if you want me to make other changes. Remember, guys, I make content for you, so if you guys don't enjoy watching it, then why am I making it, right? So today, we are back in Knighthood, and we are talking about something I have been asked multiple times through comments and PMs on Discord and people in my guild asking me, but a guide for hunts. Now, hunts is the main form of hero shards in this game. As you know, you get heroes as you play through. You can have 2 heroes equipped per match. And as you star them up, they get bonuses. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what my heroes look like at the moment, so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. So we'll go with my girl Titania here. I've hyped up Titania so much. If you guys aren't using her, definitely grab her. She is on my list of farming spots right now. But as you can see, you get these heroes. And there are star amounts that you need to get in order to upgrade them to the next level. They require 50 for the first star to awaken them, 100, 200, and 300. I don't know what goes beyond that because I haven't actually gotten to that point yet, but I would assume it's probably 500, 600. I don't know. It seems ridiculous, but that's probably what it is. But as you can see here, I have my Titania at 3 star, okay? Now, each hero has 2 powers. They have a base power, which just activates after so many attacks or actions have been completed by the knight, and then you have the rage power, which requires you to build rage by using your gauntlet to punch enemies. Normally, the Fae gift here is the majority of my healing, but this lunar light that she has is a huge bonus when I am building and trying to progress in stages. So rage powers tend to be either large survivability bonuses or large offensive abilities. For example, if I go here to my Nara, you will see that she's a healer, but her rage ability actually does quite a large amount of damage. It does a decent amount of damage and has a chance to burn, so it is an offensive ability. Some abilities are just pure damage, like if I look at my Crusa here, you'll see that he just does lots of damage but is strong versus armor. So if you're fighting against people with armor and you use his detonator bolt, he's going to do a lot of damage to armored units. But we are talking specifically about hunts, not about specific units. So let's get right into the hunt screen. Now, you can access the hunt screen in multiple of ways, or access your hunts in multiple of ways, but the best way is to get it through the hunt screen. So if you click the go to option down here below story mode, you'll have access to all of these tabs. The hunts is over here to the left. It's this yellow tab. If we click that, it takes us to this screen. Now, as you can see, there are 3 difficulties of hunts. There are normal hunts, there are expert hunts, and there are master hunts. And each of these give the same rewards, just increased. As you can see, if I come over here, to expert, it is the same rewards, but it is an increased value of those rewards here. So, on the normal mode, you will see that I have cleared 12 of 12 in Astalan, 24 of 24 in Highguard, 18 of 24 in Myrfen, and currently 0 of 24 in White Peaks. Now, here is the important part. Hunts are great because you get heroes, you get the upgrade pieces for your weapons and your armor. But the thing that is probably the most important that I see a lot of people not doing is coming to the hunt master. Now, the hunt master is a huge source of great pieces of gear and chests and just overall great farming, basically. It's a one-time reward, but you get great things as you progress. So, for example, in this first section, if you get 1 star, you'll get the Cape of the Grey Wolf, which is just a customizable option. But if you disenchant it, you get 1,250 gold, which is 1,250 gold, which is a pretty large amount of gold, especially when you're first starting out. Then, if you get 3 stars, you get the Goblin Pauldrons, which doesn't seem that great, but when you're first starting out, any gear you can get is gonna be helpful. 6 stars, you get a customization chest, which is huge. Customization chest is probably the largest gold farm in the game. So these are great. At 9 stars, you get the Goblin Breastplate, which is the same thing as this, but it's a armor piece instead of a shoulder piece. And then at 12, you get an equipment chest, right? So this first is pretty lackluster, right? But watch what happens when I go to Expert. Well, now I get Thurizaz, which is a upgrade item. You get a green axe. You get Drops of Humility, which is upgrade items. You're going to get an equipment chest, and you also get another 3 Fehu, which is another upgrade piece. So you get a lot of really good materials from completing these on certain difficulties. So, for example, if I come down to High Guard and go to my Hunt Master, you'll see that I actually get a hero chest at 24. And when I come to Expert, you get a green weapon, and a blue weapon, and another hero chest. So you get a lot of really good rewards from these, so definitely try your best to get 3 stars in all of these modes. I am currently trying to 3-star all of Myrfen, and I'm currently trying to 3-star this Ash one. It's just, I don't know why, it takes 5 turns, and it's really starting to bother me, but I'm trying really hard to 3-star this Ash, because I really, 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 really want these Fehus, because I need them, okay? But hunts are very important. Now, there are certain hunts that I recommend farming and certain hunts that I recommend not farming. And so I'm going to give you my mentality on farming hunts. So the first piece of advice for farming hunts is farm the hunt until you unlock the hero. This is a general pool of everybody. Every hunt you unlock, farm it until you unlock the hero. The reason I say this is because for certain things, such as the Onslaught Dungeon, you are required to use 2 heroes. But in the first stage, even I can use 0 heroes, and I could clear it with just my weapon, right? So you want to have throwaway heroes in Onslaught Dungeon that you don't necessarily need to use that you'll want to end up using your main heroes for in the later game of the Onslaught Dungeon. Also, you want to unlock all the heroes because, as I'm sure you have noticed so far, roaming monsters require sometimes you to apply certain things, such as acid, burn, or freeze. Well, if I were to take my Grim, for example, into a freeze stage that's level 10, I'm going to one-shot everything with the freeze ability, and I will not be able to apply freeze because I one-shot them with it. And that proves to be a problem. So being able to unlock another hero that has freeze on a base power that I can keep at a low rank like 10 and under will allow me to be able to complete those roaming monsters with ease. So unlock the hero for sure. Every hero you come across, do it until you unlock it. Now, the second piece of advice I have is to target hunts. The reason why I say target hunts is because there are only so much energy you can have in a day. Now, of course, I'm also speaking from a free-to-play standpoint. So if you are pay-to-play, you can ignore this because you can refresh as much as you want because you're paying to play the game, which is fine. But as a pay-to-play or as a free-to-play player, you want to focus on specific units. My recommendations when you first start the game and you're first going into hunts, once you get to High Guard, you unlock 2 very key units. Those 2 key units are Anara and Titania. These 2 units are great for every map, for every different thing you can do in the game for the early game. The reason why is because they are both healers. You have a base power heal on both of them and a rage power heal on Titania. In my opinion, Titania is one of, if not the best hero in the entire game. Even better than some legendaries and some uniques. And I believe that she should be one of, if not your first 4-star character. Now, my Anara happened to be my first 4-star character, and that's simply because I unlocked her expert hunt and was able to 3-star it relatively quickly, so I got an extra fund of Anara shards earlier than my Titania. However, my Titania is on the way. Now, the reason I recommend farming specific hunts is because eventually you're going to need to farm multiple hunts to get materials to upgrade your armor and your weapons. I would recommend that every day you are farming 1 hunt for armor material and 1 hunt for weapon material. For example, Anara is weapon material, Titania is armor material. This will allow you to upgrade your weapons and upgrade your armor as you go along as you're farming. Now, obviously, you're going to get to the point where you're still farming Inara, you're still farming Titania, but you need the next level of materials. In that case, for example, here, you can see I have farmed the 3 that have the weapon material because I'm trying to level up my troll axe for White Peaks, and I want to get it to level 30. And so I have chosen to farm the hunts for my weapon material, but I'm not farming the hunts for my armor material because I'm not quite to the point where I think I need to go any higher. I only have 2 pieces of armor that I'm currently leveling to a decent level due to charm slots, so it's not unnecessary for me at this time to farm the armor every day. Now, obviously, you're going to have your own methods. You're going to have your own way of doing things. This is just how I personally farm hunts, but I do recommend that you farm certain heroes at certain points in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a brief kind of my top 5 heroes that I recommend farming as you go through the game. Of course, you already know my top 2 being Titania and Inara. Another one that I would recommend would be Zoey. I believe that Zoey is very good at handling certain backline enemies that are threats with her ability to AoE freeze the backline. I do also recommend farming Terra because she's going to help you in White Peaks being a troll stun unit. And I do also recommend that you farm Crusa as he is going to help you again in White Peaks as he is an outlaw stun unit. Also at that point, those 5 units will probably be the top 5 I would recommend farming. I have heard, this is sort of an honorable mention because I have not personally done it myself, but I have heard that Wormwood is also a good hunt to farm because eventually Wormwood is very strong with his acid ability, and he also has a heal on his base skill as well to potentially replace Inara when you have things that are weak to acid. Again, this is just what I've heard from the community, not a guarantee, so if this information is correct, don't blame Panda. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have experience with Wormwood, if you believe he is strong. Also, let me know in the comments down below if you liked my top 5 recommendations for hunt farming. And if you have any more information about hunts that maybe I don't know, since I'm also a beginner like most of you guys, let me know as well. I am always looking to add more knowledge to my brain so that I can give that knowledge to other people when they ask. Alright guys, this has been sort of like my basic guide to hunts. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you didn't enjoy it, hit the dislike button. That's cool too. Also, please make sure to subscribe. Only about 30% of the people watching my videos are subscribed to me, so if just a couple more of you guys subscribe, that would be awesome. Keep in mind that when we hit 500 subscribers, we have a gem giveaway for 250 gems. So far, it looks like we're going to be doing 5 people winning 50 gems right now, but I haven't done the actual calculations yet. That's just sort of my estimate. But if you guys want to see more about that gem guide, make sure to check out that video on my channel. You'll be able to give your thoughts on if you want to do 1 for 250 or 5 for 50. Anyways, guys, that is it for me. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Peace.